Wherever you're joining us from, this is NEWSBOARD with me, Patricia Roxton Hammond, coming to you live from our studios at Kwabena Point 1. Now let's begin the news by taking a look at our headlines. Police have mounted a search for two gunmen who snatched a red Toyota Corolla from its owner with a baby trapped inside. Price of a liter of fuel has crossed the 7 Ghana cedi mark. And a major winter storm has brought heavy snow and ice to parts of the US and Canada. We'll be right back with the details. The police in Kumasi on Sunday, January 16, 2022, managed to retrieve a car that was snatched from its owner with a baby on board at Santase in Kumasi. The suspected car snatchers abandoned the car and fled into the bush at Dakojom when they were given a hot chase by the police.
On Sunday, 16 January 2022, police had information that a red Toyota Corolla with a child on board has been snatched from its owner at Santase at a church called Good Hope Chapel by some two unidentified gunmen. The police, upon receipt of the information, swiftly set out all patrol vehicles and motorbikes within the metropolis in search of the vehicle and its occupant, that's the suspect. Sensing danger on the approach of a police vehicle and a taxi cab, the suspect abandoned the vehicle around Dakojom and fled into a nearby bush. As we speak, the vehicle has since been driven to the regional police headquarters and the child reunited with the mother. Meanwhile, the police patrol vehicles are pursuing the suspect and all other operational units have been activated to assist in that regard. I would like to use this opportunity or this platform to reassure the general public of the command's resolve to ensuring that the metropolis is safe as well as the region. We would also like to appeal to the general public to give information, any credible information that will lead to the activities of criminals within the metropolis and the region at large, to be able to clamp down on these suspected criminals.
The University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, says it is still in talks with its members from all 16 public universities to determine the illegality or otherwise of their industrial action. The National Labour Commission, NLC, after meeting with the association, described their strike as illegal and directed them to call it off.
The National Secretary, Asari Asante-Ano, said deliberations are still ongoing and their next line of action will be communicated by the end of today, Monday. Quote, some of our members met on Friday, others will meet today, Monday. We will then make a final decision from there. We should have decided by close of Monday. In a similar vein, National President of the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, Prince Obeng Hima, says its National Council will hold a meeting to either appeal or comply with the directive of NLC declaring their strike illegal. Quote, as a union, we have the right to appeal the NLC's order, so Council is yet to meet and take a decision on this. We will communicate our resolution in no time.
The price of a liter of fuel has crossed the 7 Ghana cedi mark for the first time at some pumps across the country. A liter of petrol and diesel was going for 6 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos at Guel. Shell was selling both at 6 Ghana cedis, 80 pesos. Total, however, was selling a liter of petrol at 6 cedis, 99 pesos, and a liter of diesel at 7 cedis, 05 pesos.
The development is expected in the coming weeks to spur other smaller OMCs to also adjust their prices upwards. The Institute for Energy Security last week said it expects fuel prices at the pumps to hit 7 Ghana cedis per liter in the second pricing window of this month. Fuel prices per liter at most pumps around the country dropped to around 6.5 Ghana cedis on average in the past few weeks, but quickly rose to reach an average of 6.7 Ghana cedis at most pumps. The IES market scan picked Star Oil, Benap Oil, Petro-Sankofa, Goodness Oil, and Top Oil as the OMCs with the least price gasoline and gas oil on the local market for pricing window under review.
The Ghana Revenue Authority has served notice to the general public, especially persons who own, rent or occupy properties, that it is undertaking a data collection exercise on properties nationwide.
This exercise is in line with Section 33, 1 and 2 of the Revenue Administration Act 2016, Act 915, which states that for the purpose of a tax law, the Commissioner General shall, for a reasonable cause, have without prior notice full and free access to premises, documents, or assets. According to a statement released by the authority, officers of the Rent Tax Task Force of GRA will be visiting various areas to identify properties and conduct interviews, leading to the collection of accurate data for tax purposes. Ghanaians are thereby being urged to, quote, accord the necessary assistance to the officers and cooperate with them. Furthermore, the statement warned taxpayers not to pay any money to tax officers who will be coming around.
And to some international stories, a major winter storm has brought heavy snow and ice to parts of the US and Canada, putting more than 80 million people under weather warnings. More than 145,000 people are without power in some southeastern states, and thousands of flights are cancelled.
Virginia, Georgia, and North and South Carolina have all declared states of emergency. The U.S. National Weather Service says more than 1 feet of snow is expected in some areas. Snow and ice could result in, quote, dangerous travel and power outages and tree damage, the NWS warned. Highway patrols reported hundreds of vehicle accidents, according to the Association Press News Agency. There were also forecasts of possible coastal flooding in some areas, including in New York City and parts of Connecticut, with warnings that roads and infrastructure could be affected.
New Zealand has sent a plane to Tonga to assess the damage after a huge volcanic eruption triggered a tsunami. The eruption has covered the Pacific Islands in ash, cut power, and severed communications.
Up to 80,000 people there could be affected, the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies told the BBC. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said the tsunami had wreaked significant damage. No deaths have been reported so far. Information remains scarce, however, and New Zealand and Australia are sending surveillance flights to assess the extent of the damage. The New Zealand Defence Force tweeted that an aircraft had left to, quote, assist in the initial impact assessment of the area and low-lying islands.
To some sports stories, Ghana striker Benjamin Tete has reportedly been banned by the Disciplinary Committee of the Confederation of African Football for punching Gabonese player after full time. This will rule Tete out of the knockout and quarter-final stages of the tournament as the Black Stars take steps to qualify to the next stage of the tournament. After 20 years of paying his dues to Ghanaian music, Ofori-Amponsah has announced a concert to celebrate his achievement this year. Ofori-Amponsah said he deserved the celebration because he has contributed a lot to the High Life journey.
When we talk about artists who have pushed contemporary high life, one name that should feature prominently is that of Ofori-Amponsah. The former prodigy of high life legend Daddy Lumba has since the early 2000s churned out hit songs, including Otolege, Emanuela, Aso, to mention a few, and has a discography that would be the envy of many young artists. Ofori-Amponsah has called on Ghanaian musicians to be original and tell the Ghanaian story.
And that's it for this evening. Let's take a look again at our headlines. Police have mounted a search for 2 gunmen who snatched a red Toyota Corolla from its owner with a baby trapped inside. Price of a liter of fuel has crossed the 7 Ghana cedi mark. And a major winter storm has brought heavy snow and ice to parts of the US and Canada. My name is Patricia Roxanne Hammond. Good evening.